Hi all, so in this video we are going to discuss about the Kafka architecture. Basically what all things Kafka comprises of, or you can say the internal working of the Kafka. So let's get started. First of all, we have with us a Kafka cluster. So cluster, if I go with the English term, cluster is basically a group. So here also Kafka cluster is a group of what? Group of brokers. So in Kafka cluster, multiple brokers are present. Why multiple? Why do we need multiple brokers? Why not only one broker? Because in last video we have discussed this thing that Kafka is a distributed system. So if we have a one broker with us and we put all our messages in one broker, and if one broker goes down, how are consumer going to consume the messages? That is why we need at least more than one brokers, so that we can make the replicas of those messages. We can distribute the message in various brokers. So Kafka cluster is a group of brokers, and brokers are basically, like, you understand, broker is basically responsible for maintaining or managing the data received from the producer. So brokers will maintain all the messages. They are also known as Kafka servers. So you can say broker, you can say it as a server. So both are the same. These brokers are stateless. Since these are stateless, they are maintained by Zookeeper cluster. Now see, this is also cluster, so it must be having some group of Zookeeper nodes. And what is basically Zookeeper? Zookeeper is used to monitor the Kafka cluster and brokers. Like Zookeeper keeps all the metadata, all the information about the brokers, its topic, its partitions, its message, because these are stateless. So these have to be maintained by somebody. So Zookeeper is that thing which maintains these brokers, which monitors these brokers. It maintains the health status of the brokers, how broker is working. And also we will learn about each term more deeply in our next videos. This is just basically a Kafka architecture, how internally Kafka is. So in broker we have a topic. By the name topic, if I have a particular topic, it will contain all the similar data in itself. So here also topic is it contains the message belonging to a particular category. That is what topic is. And we cannot create two topics in a cluster with the same name, because they will clash definitely. If I make a topic as employee 1, it has all the similar records. It has all the records of that employee 1, its name, its employee ID, its salary description, its address. If again I create one more topic with employee 1, how it is going to distinguish between these two topics? This is not going to work. So in Kafka cluster, one topic will have a unique name. Each topic will have a unique name. And in topics we have a partitions. And in topic is split into the various partitions. These partitions will have the offsets. These partitions, okay, there I have to create these partitions. Like if this is a partition, it will have the offsets. This is how it looks like, 0, 1. This is the position, and in these offsets the messages are stored. Like one offset will contain only one message, so there is 1-to-1 mapping. Then we have producers with us. which produces message to the topics. So producers can produce message either to the topic level or to the partition level. Then we have consumers with us. Likewise, consumer can consume the message from the topic level or from the partition level. Also, the consumers are associated with exactly one consumer group. We will talk about these consumer groups in our next videos. So this is basically the whole Kafka architecture looks like. So we have Kafka cluster. Cluster will contain a group of brokers. In brokers, it is basically used to manage all the messages which are being produced by our producers. In brokers, we have topics, and in topics, we have partitions. In partitions, we have offsets. In offsets, like messages are stored. Producers can produce either to the topic level or to the partition level. Then we have the brokers are the stateless. Since these are stateless, they are monitored or managed by the Zookeeper cluster. Basically, it helps in maintaining the health status of the brokers. It contains all the metadata like what is the topic, partitions, offsets, all the details Zookeeper manages. Then we have consumers with us, which can consume the message either from the topic level or from the partition level, and each consumer is associated with some consumer group. So this is the whole architecture of Kafka. That's all for today's video. We will deep dive into these particular terms in our next videos. So that's all for today. Thanks for watching.